Hi everyone, this is going to be an intro to the Autodesk Vault and the new location for the FHS PDF files. Previously these were in SharePoint. If you look at SharePoint now where they used to be, all you're going to see is the revised and obsolete folder, and there's some electrical drawings that were still in here that I didn't want to completely get rid of. So the only reason you should be coming to the SharePoint now is to find old drawing revisions. Anything current is going to be in the thin client, which you see here. So I'm going to send you an email with all this information. This video is being posted to the web, so I don't want to give it to you right yet. That'll be in your inbox. So I'm going to pause it and I'll log in and show you what you will see. Okay, this is the first screen you're going to see as soon as you log in. It's going to have this little help section up at the top. You can go ahead and close that. If you ever want to reference back, this has some tips in it. Right now we'll close it. First thing you need to do is click on Project Explorer. From here, you have the search bar. It's the easiest way to find any file that you're looking for. Now, when you search, put in a part number here, you're also going to see the CAD data, the inventor data. So generally all you're going to want to look at is the PDF. So when we get to this, you can quickly download it here by scrolling over, download file. It's going to bring it up in your viewer. And then if you want to download it actually to your local drive, you can click download one more time. Now it's actually going to download. So that's how you view the PDFs. And the other way to do this would be to put an asterisk PDF at the end, and then you're only going to see the PDFs that you want. Also, if you go through designs, you'll see the PDF folder. All PDFs go in this folder. So when you're looking for it, you can find it in there. Just to go a little bit farther, you can go to these PDFs. You're going to see a history here as they get used, as they get checked in, checked out, revised. You'll be able to go back to older revisions just within the vault. You're also going to see any metadata that's attached to it. So this is all of its properties that you might be interested in as well. And you can see this for all CAD data as well. This is a snapshot of the FSS vault. So here's where you can see if you toggle all versions. When you're looking at a PDF, you'll be able to see the comments here. So we're on Rev C. If you want Rev B, you can go here, download that, so on and so forth. Rev A is there. So that's what it'll look like as we start using this and keep the history within the vault. So the other thing that you're going to want to know how to do is to customize your views. When you first open it up, the columns that you have here don't include description or stock number, and those are things you might want to be able to see. So to add those, you can go to this little settings or configure properties button up here, and we're going to scroll down to description, not the item one, just the regular. We're going to add that. You could add stock number, and you can move these up and down as you see fit. And then while we're at it, I'm going to show you how to add thumbnail. You might not want this on all the time, but you can see how it may be handy to have. So when we save this, you get a little thumbnail here, your description, your stock number, and this is how you can see all of the data in there and customize your view. The other file types in here, so you can see this is why thumbnail can be not wanted sometimes. So all Office documents can go in here. It actually can handle just about any file type that you want to put in. So we have Excel documents, Word documents, even have a program in here. So just keep that in mind that anything could go into the vault. All right. Okay, and a couple more things on the viewing standpoint. One is advanced find, so we can build a query here. If you knew the file extension, you want it to be PDF or Word document, you can start adding these and build up what you want to search. So that's there for you to use. This will search all of the fields all at the same time. So and one other thing I want to mention is these revisions. You're going to see revisions here saying it's at Rev D, and generally FHS Vault is pretty good about these matching, but you don't want to rely on these. It's a good reference to get started, but really you should be looking at the PDF to find out what the PDF is at. That's what the most recent released version is going to be. Because these could be still work in progress and say the next revision, or they might not just be updated correctly. Another function that this is going to provide you with, so this is the assembly file. So you can see what this uses. Again, we're seeing thumbnails here, but it's showing all the files that it uses. And then opposite direction, you can see where this file is used. It should show you that it's used in a drawing, in this assembly, and this one. So it's good to know how to use the vault in order to find your way up and down the tree. So that pretty much does it for anybody who's just planning on using this as a viewer. We're going to go into some things for engineering next. So for this, we're going to switch over to the full vault client, just so you can see what we're doing here. So everything's going to be in the PDF folder. Previously, there was some PDFs that had underscore redline, and it seemed like it was a good marker to find out what drawings still needed to be updated. So what we've done is we've made a different state for the PDFs. So if I were to sort this, you'll see you can change these states to redlined. And it's just a good marker for you. So you're going to have somebody with a vault seat change this, but all you have to do is go to the file, change state, change it to redlined, and then that'll be your marker that it needs to be updated. Okay, so let's go over how we're going to attach PDFs to drawings and get them uploaded to the vault. We've done the initial vault upload, but as we edit them, we're going to be attaching them to the drawings. So the long way to do it is the manual way. We're going to export a PDF to Heating Solutions Designs PDF folder. We're going to save it right there. Okay, PDF is created. We're going to go to Manage, Insert Object, Create from File. We're going to browse to that folder, find the PDF, attach it, link it, click OK. You're going to see it pop up in your tree here that is now part of this drawing. So it's linked. You could actually open it up right from there. Close that, and now we'd be ready to check in. And you'll see it automatically grabs the PDF now. Okay, so I've deleted that out, and I'm going to show you the easier way. You can't see the icon, it's just off the screen, but I've wrote a program that will do all of that for you in one simple button. This will pop up, this publisher, hit refresh, create the PDF. It's going to warn you that it's going to overwrite the existing PDF. You're going to click yes. It's going to do all that in the background, create the PDF, attach it as an object to the drawing. Pop it up for one last quick review before you check it in. It's going to prompt you if you want to check it in. Yes, I'm ready to check it in. You save it. And there you go. And you don't make the PDF until you add the signatures. The PDF should be only released versions. Obviously, you have mistakes in there and you'll get more than one PDF, but generally that's what we want to try and do. So everything's in the vault. Okay, now it's in the vault. Now let's say we're at revision B and we're adding signatures. So if I were to run that same program again, I'm going to click yes to make it, and it's going to let me know that it's not checked out or it's open in your viewer. Basically, it's read-only as far as your computer is concerned. So it just tells us we need to check it out, and it's really easy. You just go to your Vault tab, check it out. Same with the drawing, we'll check it out. And we'll just put a square on here. And now we can run it again. And this time it will go through. It's going to make a new PDF. Again, attach it. And we're going to check it out. Releasing revision A. So same thing in the thin client there. We would see that this now has 2 versions if we toggle this correctly. Looks like I might have to, oh, there we go. Initial load, releasing revision A. Okay. And just for the CAD users, the first time you do that PDF creation, you'll actually have to search for that PDF in the Vault and check it out through the Vault. It's not going to show up in your browser tree in Inventor until you actually attach it as an object. It doesn't find it automatically. Okay, and with that being said, we're going to go over the redline process. So for engineering or CAD users, 2 ways you're going to redline: digitally, or you're going to do it on the floor. So first we'll go over digitally. We're going to check out this PDF. We're going to open it. There it is. And you can add your notes and callouts and all that. There, add some text. Get the idea. We're going to save it. So file save. We're going to close it out. And you'll see if I refresh here, you'll see that circle turns green, still a check mark to me. And then we're going to check it in. Red lines per EC 2020. And again, we'll see that in the history. So now if we were to open that up, anybody who opens this up is going to see those red lines that you just put on it. Okay. Exit. Now what you'd want to do is actually change the state to redlined. Say somebody goes in there, they do the red lines, they can just change that state back to released. Simple as that. Okay, the other way we're going to do red lines is manually, so through the scanned in copy. Okay, so I've scanned in a red line here. I'm going to save that. It's in my email. As soon as that downloads. Okay, so I have my red line. I'm going to go to the Vault. I'm going to check out the actual PDF that I'm going to overwrite. So it's checked out. It's to me. Go to my PDF. Save as. Fulton Heating Solutions PDF folder. Search for glass test. That's what we're working with. And I'm just going to overwrite it. Okay, so I'm just going to hit Control S to save one more time, just to make sure I can close that out. Again, I'm going to refresh just to make sure that that saved correctly. Green circle, that means that there's a change that I've made. And now again, when anybody opens up this PDF, they're going to see your most recent red lines. Change the state again, back to red lines, and that's how you redline in a nutshell. All right. And I think that pretty much wraps it up. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. If you need to add more PDFs, feel free if I missed any. Actually, to add PDFs, if they're not already in there, it's just a drag and drop. So if you had a PDF here, well, you literally just take it from here and you drop it right into that folder. That's how you do that. That being said, so electrical, we typically handle a little differently than we do our part number PDFs, in that they're always like dash A dash every time you do a revision. So I'm trying to find one here. So this is what we really want to get away from, especially when we talk about electricals, because now we have 10590 and 10590-A, when really with the Vault now, we want all those to exist as one file. Check it out, check it back in as the same number. It's always the same number, and we still maintain all of that history. For example, if I go to that glass test that we just made, I can go to the history here, and you can do this in the Thin client as well, and go back to that first version and open that up. All right, so any questions, feel free to reach out. and that'll do it. All right, thanks.